Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to Dawn Spiritual Guidance. It's your girl Dawn, and we got a message for you. Listen, we had to double back, okay? Because the last reading I did was actually supposed to be like 19 minutes, and it got cut to like 10 minutes. Listen, we ain't fucking around with the fuck around, okay? Like, why, you know how the negative energy be negative energy. So we're going to run that back. All right. Now, so you can think about this as being like a part two. This is a false offer to try. Okay. So in that reading, I did use these two decks. Okay. And that was talking about trying to trap and bind you and for you not to take the bait. Okay. Yeah. So in essence, there's an energy in your energy, or energy that you cut off. Okay, whatever the case is, this is a timeless reading. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. So when it comes to this energy, Holy Spirit, tell me more. Oh, so this energy, for those of you guys that's dealing with this when it comes to like romantic, this is an energy that only has lust for you. It's not real love. Okay. um Divine counterpart in reverse. So this is an energy, they did not earn the divine title. I'm hearing like they didn't earn you. Okay, this is somebody, or for those of you guys that's dealing with a platonic situation, this is somebody they're lusting over what you have, what your status or whatever the case may be. It's not a genuine connection in a sense. Okay, and that, I know that's sad. Yeah, and so it's like they're hurt because they feel like, oh, why don't you want to be with me anymore? Why don't you want to do life with me? Or why don't you da 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 da? Okay, this energy doesn't want to be in separation with you, or they want to have access to you. Okay, so it's you block them off for a lot of you guys, or you want them to stay blocked. Okay, but the Holy Spirit is saying that the reason why they're blocking whoever this is, or saying that you should, free will, is because they're using you. They want what you have. They don't want you for you. Okay, whether this is a friend, family member, or a lover. Okay, and if this is a lover, their lust is lust. It's not even love. Like, they don't even love themselves. I'm hearing they don't even love, they don't even know what love is really, to even love you properly. So you would be miserable. Okay, so that's why this energy is trying to do and say anything in order to get you to be with them. So, but the Holy Spirit was saying in the other reading that this was a trap. 333 on the time, as I was saying this. It's a trap. This energy is just using their gift of gab to sway you so that you will say yes when it comes to whatever fake offer they're trying to give you, because basically they're making an offer that they can't fulfill. Okay, they're just trying to bind you to them because your success in that reading, you are successful. Oh, thank you. You are successful. And look at this, sexual healing, and they want to mooch off your success, right? Not put in effort to match you or help you. Mooch, harvest. Okay, sexual healing. Healing organs. Sex is healing with you physically, mentally, and spiritually. You also provide genuine love, healing, nurturing, wisdom, stability, safety, security, and more. Okay? So they're only here. This is not a solid foundation. So the Holy Spirit said, remember, or you need to gain a solid foundation. Somebody that just wants sex from you is not love. Okay, if you and your relationships don't have a healthy solid foundation that consists of self-love and God, then you don't have shit. Okay, with free will, Faithful, honest, reciprocates, reliable, dependable, consistent, loyalty, integrity, trustworthy, kind, caring. Okay, someone who has morality. That's someone that you are wanting, but this is an energy that doesn't have that. Okay, so you have to remember what you deserve. This energy is trying to say whatever they can so that they can have you, because they know, it's almost giving like they know they ain't shit, that they ain't put in the work. But instead of them trying to level up to you, they trying to bring you down to them. They trying to trap you to them, or vice versa. Again, put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Okay. All right. So yeah, I went on a date behind your back and I knew it was wrong. So this is an energy. This is an energy where it's like, if this is romantic for you, they cheated. Okay. Or if this was like a situationship, they stepped outside of the boundaries and the agreements that you guys set in place, which is still dangerous, because depending upon what those terms and conditions were, like, hey, we're only going to have sex with each other, don't have sex outside of us, but we can talk to whoever, then you would have put that person sexually in danger, like with exchanging energies with other energies like that, you know. So somebody broke a promise. Okay, they broke a contract, but and they didn't tell you. Divine feminine energy in reverse, regardless of gender. We're pronoun friendly over here. So this energy is not nurturing. They are dark high priestess. They don't really have wisdom because they don't apply any lessons that they, because in order for you to have wisdom, you have to apply the lessons that you've learned as wisdom, right? But if you're not learning, you ain't got shit to apply, right? Yeah, shaman, but they use their gifts for bad. Okay? Yeah, look at that. We need to fuck it out. Sexual tension is high. That's all they care about. Look, sex, sex, sex. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to ask your parent or caregiver for your hand in marriage. But remember, look, but remember, it's only to trap you. Remember, what's it? Someone is being shady, is shiesty. It's a trick. Okay? It's so that, you know, especially if they know you have like a trust fund or something, you got something that they want, because they don't want real love. They can't even love themselves here. And I'm so sorry to say that. Look at that. Right behind this car, red flag. Okay? There is something hidden that you need to know or speak up about. Someone is being sneaky in a situation. Somebody is not being upfront with their true intentions about what it is that they want out of you. They saying whatever they need to say. Yeah, they untrustworthy. You need respect. Okay? Okay? A lot of it. You want someone that has morality, integrity, and respects you. Okay, someone who genuinely cares about you will not purposely put themselves in a position to lose you. This deck was created by Don Juan Spiritual Guidance, by the way. By us. Yeah. Just letting you know, it will be on for sale soon. Okay, for purchase. Yeah, look, I'm jealous and envious of you, but it was in reverse, so that's something that they're hiding. We'll do another one. It is easier to fall than to rise. But look at that. Fallen angel. Okay. It is easier to fall than to rise. But, I mean, hey, like, if we don't stand for something, what the hell we gonna fall for? Right? So it's like, you know, but that's the point. That's the point of being, you know, healing. Rising to the occasion, answering the call. That's why many are called, few are chosen. So this energy is a fallen angel and or they became one. Okay, by their karmic actions. Chosen yet veered off the path towards their divine ascension, not putting in the work to heal and ascend. A twin flame and or soulmate who turned karmic due to not evolving like they were supposed to in this lifetime. Temporarily or permanently lost wings due to not being in alignment, not fulfilling their soul contract in this lifetime. And that is not your fault. If you did what you were supposed to do, if you played the part that you were supposed to play, I'm so sorry. You are not obligated to stick around just because somebody else didn't decide to do what they needed to do. and knew what they needed to do at that, and chose willingly to go on a different path, because they want you back, or they want you now because they see what you're dealing with. But this thing, Mike Jones, back then they didn't want me, now I'm out there, they all on me. And I just said that in another reading not too long ago. No, this energy only wants you for what you got, or this is you them. Flip the energies as you see fit. Okay. Now, before we get into this deck, we got to talk about these journals here. Okay. I know that you guys need to write down your negative thoughts so you can get them off your chest. Go ahead and copy one. You can find these on Amazon, okay? The link is in the description box for all of these. These were created by us, Dawn Spiritual Guidance, my spiritual team, Holy Spirit, and I. Right. Go ahead and copy one, okay? You know that you need to write down your assignments, okay? You know you've been having trouble remembering them. You know you need to write down some prayers, manifestations, some scripting, right? You know you need to write down some recipes, okay? Go ahead and copy one. These are on Amazon, and if you got Prime, you know they'll be at your doorstep in 2 to 3 days, okay, if they on that shit. Okay, go ahead, copy one. This is made by us, Dawn Spiritual Guidance, okay? All different prices to match whatever you need, okay? Go ahead, copy one. You know you need to write your dreams down in something. You know you need to write your downloads and channel messages into something, right? You know you need to keep a to-do list so that you can stay on track with what you gotta do. There is no excuse. You got some journals right here that's fire as hell. Go ahead, copy one. The link is in the description box for them right now. And they're available for purchase right now. Okay? Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's get final messages here. Final messages. Okay, Holy Spirit, unclog, examine, and compromise. What do we have here? Oh, no, what is this? Yeah, look at that, because this card didn't want to come out. We are learning the spiritual lessons our souls are teaching one another so that we can break toxic cycles individually and for our bloodlines. So remember how we were talking about, and this came out in reverse. So remember how I said, if you do not learn the lesson, you won't have shit to apply as wisdom. Because then they ain't learned the lesson. They ain't learned the lesson. So somebody learned the lesson and somebody didn't. And it ain't your fault that you passed the class and they got to repeat. Okay? You know, look at that. Look, spell work and evil eye rule work with some sort of black magic was utilized. Okay? And that is very unfortunate. I'm getting horrible karma for everything I've done. This came out in reverse. So they're trying to hide that they're getting their ass beat for what they did here to try to play you. Okay, this family member, this friend, or this lover, or you, whatever side of the story you're on here, somebody's getting horrible karma for what they did to you, but what they did to you behind the scenes. They ain't want me to say that. I'm trying to mess with my voice box. Look at that. I don't know what real love is with a past trauma. Stop that. Didn't I say at the beginning of this reading that this energy don't know what real love is? They don't even have love for themselves. So how the fuck they finna love you? Give you what you want and need that's healthy and positive with God in the middle? They can't do it. They can't even do it for themselves. So how are they going to give you something that's healthy when they can't even do it for themselves? When they don't even have standards or respect for themselves. How are they going to have standards and respect you? It's sad. And it's real easier said than done when you already built a relationship with someone. Right? When you already built a relationship, a friendship, family connection, whatever the case may be. And it's like real hard to detach. But let me tell you something. Because in that other reading, it was the other reading that got cut off that I'm doing this on part 2. It was talking about this energy being a causation, or not the whole causation, but a contributing factor, a big contributing factor into your instability. If you've been feeling like either your finances unstable, your mental health, your emotional health, whatever the case, or all areas, etc., etc., because they did something behind your back that you didn't know or was speculating, or something you was getting intuitive hits, but you didn't have proof. They were the cause or a contributing factor of that. You don't want God to withhold a blessing because this motherfucker around. These motherfuckers around. But I digress. You make your own decisions, and it's easier said than done. If you walked away and they over here doing things that's out of your control, then that's a let go and let God decision. I mean, action, right? Because we can't control other people's choices, but that doesn't mean it's not annoying. Because look, they jealous and envious of you, or you, them, whatever side of the story that you're on here. Look at that. I didn't see your worth of value. They didn't see your worth of value. But again, didn't I tell you this ain't no Mike Jones? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Now keep that same energy, Nick. Okay, look at that. I didn't see your worth and value. Oh, and by the way, as if you couldn't tell, this deck is created by yours truly, Downward Spiritual Guidance. Right. Check out the logo on that. Yeah. Both of these created by us, Downward Spiritual Guidance, Holy Spirit team. These are actually for purchase. So they're in the description box right now, and they're available for purchase right now. All you have to do is click on the link and it's yours. Okay. All right. Yeah, I need to take self-inventory. Yeah, they take accountability for the things that they've done here. Okay, but it's like they know it, but they're not doing it. Look at that. What did I just say? I need to take accountability and responsibility for my actions. But this came out in reverse and it was face down. So that means they're not doing that. And just because somebody is not taking accountability for the part that they played doesn't mean that you take accountability for it. And that don't mean you let them gaslight you into thinking that you did what they did. No. Easier said than done when you're dealing with a master manipulator, though, I will say. Okay? I told you what you wanted to hear, not what you needed to hear. That's why the Holy Spirit is saying, because they tried to sell you a dream before for a lot of you here. Whoever this is, this family member, this lover, this friend, or a combination of people. The Holy Spirit is saying they're going to try to run another play like that again because they're in a horrible situation. Okay, they're getting divinely fucked up for how they tried to play you. Okay, or whatever side of the story you're on. Okay, they're gonna say whatever they need to say. Hey, I ain't gonna never do that shit again. I don't know, I was stupid. I should okay, well, I'm gonna let them be stupid and go through that shit and walk with God. Okay, because what, now that you on your feet, now that you got your shit together and everything like that, God gave you everything that they was trying to take from you. They want to try to come hide from the karmic storm that they getting from the shit that they put themselves in. I think the fuck not. But hey, you make your own decisions, right? Will you be my significant other? So they gonna ask. They may, hey, will you marry me? Hey, will you be my significant other? Hey, do you remember what the fuck you did? You know? But see, that's the thing. Again, look at that. I was wrong and out of line. Will you forgive me? But this was in reverse. So that means they're just saying whatever they need to say in order for you to feel bad and let them in. See, they hoping and praying that you're the same person that they able to play with you like they was able to before, because maybe you didn't have that good boundary, or maybe you didn't enforce them, or maybe, again, no excuses when it comes to them, how them disrespecting you. No, you should have been able to heal and not have to be disrespected along the way. But this taught you what you're going to allow, what you're not going to allow, right? And what to do when you start seeing these red flags, right? We're not going to stay around. We're going to cut the fuck off, okay? So they learning lessons and you learned the lesson, right? That's what may need to happen. Maybe you weren't doing that in other lifetimes, but this is the lifetime to do, okay? Well, that's what we got for you. So be careful and enjoy whatever gifts God has for you to make up for this. All right. And thank you all for your love and support here. It's truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out.